Hey guys, oh gosh, this is blurry. Hey guys, this is Mitch from Mitch's Rant Time here. I was looking up definitions for feminism, how people define it, and I found this by Buzzfeed. Typical. Mitch responds to Buzzfeed, just like everyone else. Um, but I haven't watched this video yet, or at least I don't remember watching it. So I want to see what they have to say and respond, and I'll give my take on it at the end. So this is what BuzzFeed's "What does feminism mean to you?" It's an older video, so it'll be interesting to see, and I'll give my 2 cents in the end. Let's watch. Sorry, I had to show I was getting ready too.
Feminism is women being treated the same as men in all areas of life.
I like that first one.
Believing that everybody is equal. Feminism
Also a pretty good one.
is a movement
That pushes for equality for men and women.
Also very good.
Feminism is not a bad word.
No, it's not. No word's a bad word.
It's not an insult.
is not just for women.
It's not hatred of men.
Not about making women more important than any other gender.
So we're starting to disagree, at least on third wave feminism.
Believing that women are better than men.
Feminism
Mm,
is not about putting anyone down.
It's not hating women who adhere to certain beauty standards.
Or have a boyfriend or a husband.
It's just us standing up for what we believe in and what truly is right. I am
ooh, what truly is right? That's subjective.
Feminist because I am tired of feeling apologetic for being a woman.
Because
What makes you feel apologetic for being a woman, though?
everybody should be a feminist.
Because
Why?
I don't think society should dictate what being a woman means.
Where does society dictate what being a woman means?
Because I think jobs should be genderless.
Because
Agreed, jobs should be genderless, and for the most part they are.
I shouldn't have to worry about what I'm wearing saying more about me than what I'm actually saying.
Well, what you're wearing says a lot about you, and you choose what you're wearing. Your outfits actually define what you want to say. You choose what you wear, and you know what those implications are going to have. You might be ignorant, or rather oblivious. To sound less offensive, because ignorant now is a word. You might be ignorant or oblivious to the meaning of what you're wearing might have to certain people. But, if you wear a short skirt, it does suggest that you're trying to at least show other. You may be confident. Some people might see, wow, you're confident in your legs. It might also be that, well, you just want to show off your legs. Either way, it does say more than you may be wanting to intend. You might just be like, I just want to wear a short skirt. Well, you wouldn't be wearing it if you weren't confident in your legs. So you got to understand there's a little bit more that under there. Now, I'm not trying to justify slut shaming, because that's a whole thing we could get into another way. But you have to realize that there's a certain level of what you wear. You know what you're saying.
I am a feminist because I want to actively fight against the ideas that we've just accepted into society.
What ideas? What ideas? What ideas have we just accepted into society? And can you prove that we just accepted them? How do you know? All you guys have done is made assertions.
That are actually detrimental to women.
Like what? Like what? Like what?
feminism is important because women should be treated like humans, not like objects.
Agreed. No one should be treated like an object. Men and women are both treated like objects. I would agree. Women are treated more as objects, but not necessarily women. Certain women are treated as objects. Women that allow themselves to be treated as objects in a way. Now, there's a difference between being treated as an object and being viewed as an object. Both are wrong, but you have to realize that you can't control thought. So how people view you is different than how people treat you. How people treat you is what we should focus on, not how people view you. How people view you is up to you and up to them. You can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about fucking crazy Christians or Muslims who think I'm a fucking evil person for not accepting their God. Oh well. You are a woman. If people are going to be sexist, they're going to be sexist. What we can do is make sure that they don't treat you like you're a second-class citizen or less than human. That's it. I'm sorry.
Serious issues like rape,
sexual slavery, domestic violence.
Sexual slavery, that is an issue, but it's not a legal issue. It's actually illegal. Rape is illegal, and domestic. All of these things are illegal. None of these things are actually things we allow to have happen. So, what's the problem then? The problem that it happens a lot? Unfortunately, it happens a lot. What do we do about that? Is it... Why does it happen a lot? Well, because we have a lot of poor people and a lot of assholes. And when you have a lot of poor people in a high-stress environment, they do a lot of stupid shit. And we also... Rape's bad. Rape's... I mean... What are you talking about? Reported rape or the unreported rape that I put into quotation marks? Because you can't say that rape's unreported. You don't know. It wasn't reported. I'm sorry. It's like saying unreported theft. How can you prove it was stolen? Oh, it was stolen and brought back to me. Okay.
Feminism is helping women to be able to stand up for themselves, speak for themselves, in a world where it's not always allowed.
I disagree. It's not. Feminism is not helping women stand up for themselves and speak for themselves. It's helping women stand up for some ideals and ideologies and speaking upon that and for that ideology and being indoctrinated. That is true. They do not speak for themselves or speak their own minds. They never have their own opinions. It's always the opinion. It's the exact same thing as religious nuts who quote the Bible or the Quran or whatever to make an argument. It's the exact same thing.
Or my children will have the same opportunities no matter what sex they are.
I agree. And I think they do, for the most part. Most women have the same opportunities as men now. Most men have the same opportunities as women now. If your daughter wants to be a construction worker, she can be a fucking construction worker. If your son wants to be a stripper, he can be a fucking stripper. It doesn't matter. We don't live in a world that's so dystopian and so you gotta be this and you gotta be that as people think.
Feminism is important so that women band together.
Women are
Again, remember in the beginning, this was about everybody. Up until about the last 45 seconds of this video, it was, well, because everybody needs to be equal. Everybody needs to be equal. Everybody needs to be equal. But when it starts to pick up and gets about who's oppressed, who's the focus on? Women only.
they're represented in positions of power.
Maybe they should run for office. Maybe you should vote for women. Have you thought about that? Maybe that's part of the problem. If you don't have enough women running for office to get elected, then you're not going to have women getting elected. Fuck, I ran against and ended up voting for, who are one of the people I ran against, 2 women for office when I ran for office. And I voted for one of those women. And I would vote for her, that woman again. I didn't vote this primary, because I don't think primaries fucking matter. But anyway, yeah, I voted for women. I support, if Gary Johnson and Jill Stein, I support them. If Gary Johnson falls out, I would support Jill Stein over supporting Clinton or Trump. It's fine. Like, and have them run for office. Have them get involved. Encourage women to get involved. Don't tell them that, like, you're oppressed, and it sucks, and it's the fault of men and society. No. Say, you know what? We don't have enough women presidents. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run for fucking president. I'm going to run for mayor. I'm going to run for fucking governor. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to be the change I want to see. That's what you need to instill in the minds of every fucking person.
Every facet of every job in the industry I work for is dominated by straight white men.
First off, that look is just as dopey as the fucking sentence you just uttered. Every facet of it. Let's recap that real quick. I want to hear that again. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Positions of power.
Because every facet of every job in the industry I work for is dominated by straight white men.
Again, the dopey face, because it's just that fucking dopey of a sentence. First off, what industry do you work for? And dominated by straight white men, what does that mean? Dominated by straight white men. When I think of dominating, I think that only straight white men, only this people, the domination means only. So if it's dominated by straight white men, that means only straight white men can have the power. Only they have control. No one else can have control. No one else can rise to the top. And again, what industry? Construction? Are you an are you a roughneck? Yeah, it's gonna be men, more than likely straight men, men who want to be very masculine, or very masculine gay men with beards. Sorry, it's just who's signing up for the job. Now, given by your answers and considering you said the industry I work in, I'm assuming you are in porn or a stripper, some sort of a sex worker. And yes, more than likely, heterosexual men are going to dominate that because it's a market geared towards heterosexual men. Tell me, would you want a man running a gynecologist clinic? No. Why? Exactly. We're gonna pause this. And we're back. See, do you get the point? So again, like, and I'm not gonna shame you for being in that industry, because you do what you do. I think it should be legalized, but I think prostitution should be legalized, but like, and if you want it not to be dominated, why aren't you trying to become up higher up? Why aren't you encouraging management that's female to go up? Where is that? Where's that drive? Feminism is supposed to tell you you can do anything, instead they're saying, oh no, they have the power. No, you can do anything you want.
Here's what I have to say to people that don't believe in feminism. What are you afraid of?
Not afraid of anything. I actually encourage equality. I'm an egalitarian. Let's shake hands. Hi. I actually used to be a feminist. I'm what they call a classic feminist. I believe in equality. The shit you were talking about earlier, that's what I believe in. Equality for everybody. I'm not afraid of anything. The only thing I may be concerned about is the fact that you're teaching people to hate themselves and to hate others. You're teaching men to hate themselves and believe that they should be ashamed for being male. And you're teaching women to both hate themselves and to hate men. To hate themselves for being oppressed and to hate men for oppressing. And teaching them that not that they can achieve whatever they want, but they are living in a society that won't let them do shit. That's the problem.
Even if you don't believe in feminism, feminists are still fighting for your rights.
No, they're not actually. Feminists are fighting for, if I were to be accused of sexual assault, for me to just be thrown in prison without a trial. They're not fighting for the rights of anybody. They're fighting for what we would call first citizen rights, and fighting to make others second-class citizens. See, modern day feminists are doing the feminists you're describing, the feminism you're describing, is fighting to make the world more like it used to be, but instead of it being women subjugated and men up at the top, it's women at the top and men subjugated, and men learning their place in society. No one needs to learn a place in society. We are all equals. We are all people. We all can contribute and do whatever we want and make what we want. That's what you need to teach people, not this fucking crap.
When you say that you don't believe in feminism, what you're saying is that you don't believe that men and women should be treated equally.
No, I don't believe in feminism. I believe in egalitarianism. I believe in equality. I don't believe in your bullshit. So don't come at me with that puppy face. Don't conflate saying, I disagree with your ideology, as saying, nope, you hate women. No. That's like saying, if you don't believe in God, you must just want to sin. No. I can have my own damn opinions and actually be a very empathetic, good, moral person. You don't understand morality if you're going to make it as a rule system like that.
My name is Carrie.
My name is Chris.
My name is Daisha, and I'm a feminist.
My name is Macy, and I'm a feminist.
My name is Abe. I come from a long line of feminists. And
My name is Mitch, and I'm an egalitarian that believes in equality and says fuck you to any ideology that tries to tell anyone that they are oppressed, or that they are of a lower class, or that they are oppressing people without doing it. I believe that everyone is equal, that everyone has the same opportunity as anyone else, and if they don't feel they do, that they have the right to work their asses off to get there, and to seek any help, whether it be legal, whether it be government assistance, whatever, to get to where they want to be. I believe everyone has the power to create, and everyone should be protected to have that power. So fuck you.
I'm proud to call myself a feminist.
Good. You're not getting laid. I'm sorry. My name is Mitch Drury, and I used to be a feminist. I used to believe that feminism was about equality and about making sure the world was a better place. But now that I see it, it's not. It is not about that. The issues are one-sided, it is all subjective, and it is, in a way, trying to force one side, one mindset on everyone else. It's in a way trying to tear down a non-existing man's world to then create a woman's world. And I'm sorry, we don't live in a man's world or a woman's world, nor should we. We should live in a world of people, because that's what we are. We're all people, we're all living, and we all have rights and liberties and dreams and goals. So, calm your shit, calm your tits, put that virtue signaling boner away, and let's actually come up with some real shit. Anyway, thanks for listening. Subscribe and shit. Yeah. Oh, and for those of you who don't know what egalitarianism is, if you're either an idiot fucking third-wave feminist who doesn't understand shit, or some crazy fucking MGTOW that thinks that we should live in a patriarchy, news to you. Egalitarianism is the belief that all people are equal, that they all have equal value under law, that they are all to be treated equally. It is not social Marxism, which is a belief that everyone should have the same result. Social Marxism is often conflated with egalitarianism. Social Marxism is closer to what modern feminism is, except it's not. Modern feminism is sort of social fascism, in which case it pushes for certain people to be pushed down in the name of making equality. It's saying these people are a problem class, these people are a class that deserves to be to the top. Let's put these people to the top and subjugate the problem class. A lot of times they do it under the guise of social Marxism, which is, well, we're just leveling the playing field, but you're not. Egalitarianism throws out all that and says that we only care about you as a person. We don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern. We don't care if you're gay, straight, bisexual, pansexual. We don't care if you're cisgender, transgender, gender fluid, gender neutral. We don't care if you're rich, poor, middle class, working class, sitting on your ass. We don't care if you're a man or a woman, or if you identify with either of those. We don't give a shit. Are you a person? Yes. Here are your rights. What's your problem? Let's make it work. That's what egalitarianism is. That is about true equality, about truly helping those who need it. Obviously, that's fallen flat with people. People have gotten away from it. Oh well. Anyway, there's your lesson for the day. What does feminism mean to me? Well, modern feminism means exactly what I've said. Making women a first class, a higher class, and making men a subjugated or oppressed class. In a way, flipping the table, as they would call it, or some would call it. That's all. It's not about actually doing anything to help people who are victims. It's instead riding on the back of victims as statistics to push a narrative and to push an agenda. People who are victims of rape don't get any help from feminism. Instead, they have to listen to feminists cry out that looking at a woman is rape, even though this woman just got sexually abused and now has a 3-month-old inside of her stomach, a 3-month-old fetus in her stomach that she doesn't know whether she needs to get an abortion or not. She doesn't have support to the clinic whether she needs to get an abortion or support to the clinic to get prenatal care. No. She's instead pushed into the front of the cameras and used as a tool, as cattle, for this fucking shit. Used as a martyr. And it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Oh well. Actually, I don't think this is Buzzfeed, but I think it is. I bet it is. I think it is. I don't know. Go back to the beginning. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. It is Buzzfeed. I think. Is it? Yes, it's Buzzfeed. Okay. Anyway, subscribe and shit. Like it. You know what to do.